Alright guys, this video has been requested for probably the past week and I've just been lazy about it, but we finally beat Diablo and Inferno. It was with the group, it was me and a witch doctor, but lately I've been gearing myself for more solo and just overall more damage output. I'm at 20k right now, pretty broke actually. I just dropped a bunch of stuff on crafting, but this is what I've been doing and what I plan to continue to do, so I can just easily solo it. I believe I could solo all the way through right now without any issues. I'll go over my gear and my skills. First, I'll start off with my skills. I'm using Deadly Reach with Keen Eye. Obviously, I'll switch over to like Fist of Thunder with something, with Quickening maybe, or just stick with Deadly Reach and run like Foresight once I get the right gear. At the moment, I'm really low on armor, hence why I'm using a Mantra of Evasion. I got 5.2 with that up, 6.2, and then with Deadly Reach, once I start hitting stuff, I'm at like 9.7 thousand armor. So once I get my armor to where I want it to be, I'll switch over, but for now I want that armor, and I just prefer Deadly Reach for its range. When you hold shift and attack, it's got a great range. Seven-sided strike is something I recently just switched out, or switched in, sorry. I got rid of Mystic Ally. He just is always dead. 10% life isn't really a big deal in my opinion. So I switched that out. You can use that to dodge arcane lasers, frozen, stun stuff. As you can see, I have it set up for Pandemonium. 25% chance to stun for 7 seconds by each hit, which is pretty awesome, especially when you're on like the last guy of an elite pack or something. So much saliva right now. It's crazy. And then I got Breath of Heaven. I've always used it. I got it set for 1.5 second fear just because I like CC. If you see somebody swinging on you that you know is going to do a lot of damage, just pop your health, like pop the Breath of Heaven, just for the fear, even if you don't need the HP. And Serenity, same thing. I always used it. Just way too good of a skill not to have in there. 20-second cooldown, and then I have it set up for 6.2 to 7.7k HP healed. In a group, obviously you want to run Tranquility to help out your party members. Blinding Flash, same deal. I've always ran it. And then increases chance elite enemies will miss to 60%, which is very helpful. So most of these skills really haven't changed. And then the new one, I've gotten rid of Mantra of Healing. Everybody's, Time of Need is amazing. I still say, like, if you don't have the resist, you always want to run Time of Need. But I've switched over to Evasion. The dodge is very helpful, but the armor is the biggest reason I run it now. 20%. You need to balance your resist in your armor. Obviously, resist comes first, and then armor, and then I would say dex, then vitality, and then your damage. Damage is last. Actually, lately I've been putting my damage over my vitality. As you can see, I only have 33 or just about 32,000 HP, which is absolute shit. But I'm able to survive if I use my cooldowns right. You blind them, and then use a pot or Breath of Heaven, and then use Serenity, and then just stay up as long as you can. When you start getting low, seven-sided strike, and by then Blind and Serenity is gonna be back up, especially using a Beacon of Utah. So that one with everything. Obviously, I stack Fire Resist. You can stack Lightning, Arcane, whatever you want to do. But look for gear. I'll show you the gear that you want to look for. But that's great. Obviously, cooldown reduction. All these are really long cooldowns. 10 or 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 15, 30 seconds. It's too good not to use right now with all the long cooldowns. And then armor is increased by 100% of your dexterity. This has just become so much more important for me, especially since I'm sticking away from HP and working on getting my dex up. My dex is pretty low. I'm going to work on getting it towards 15, 1600 once I have the money to do so. But at the moment, I'm kind of broke. I just bought this new weapon. It's pretty fucking good. I spent a lot on it, but it's got dexterity, vitality, and life on hit with really good damage. You can't ask for much more on this. If it had attack speed, I probably wouldn't replace it for over a month. But, I might find an upgrade next week or in 2 weeks. Who knows? I don't plan on replacing this anytime soon. But life on hit is very important, so... that in this ring, this is what I was talking about with one with everything. I'm stacking Fire Resist, and on top of it, I got all resist. You want gear like that because Fire Resist with one with everything, will add all of that, and then Resist All will stack on top of it. So this item's actually giving me 92 resistances to everything, which is just ridiculous. And then it's got a gem for dexterity, and then Dex on it. Like, I mean, it's just really good, Magify and everything. These boots, I definitely want to get rid of these at some point. It, like I said, double stack resist, vitality, and Dex, but the Dex and vitality are pretty low, so it's whatever. The shield is my next on my list to get replaced. Amazing stats on it, but the block amount and then everything out, the stats are kind of low. You can definitely get something with more resist, more armor. Block rate, like I said, it's an overall great shield. I could just use an upgrade, so I'll be selling that off at some point. My next ring, this is another thing that I'm starting to stack, is attack speed. I'm only at 1.83, but once I can find a ring that will just completely outdo this, I'll put in attack speed on that. Gloves, same thing. Once I can find ones with fire resist, all resist, and dexterity, I'm not really worried about the vitality. Along with attack speed, I'll definitely swap those out as well. Shoulders are pretty amazing. I'm still looking, like, everything I'm looking for an upgrade. It's just hard to find it. Helmet is probably next in line after my shield. Resistances aren't that high. And, you know, Dex and Vitality, once again, aren't that high. Chest piece, I don't ever think I'll replace this. I've been looking for one, but I just don't. I can't find anything. Resistances, attack speed, armor, and a ton of Vitality. Can't beat it, dude. And then my belt, Vitality, fire resist, all resist. Just sticking to the same thing. Life on hit, armor, and then 14% melee reduction. And then amulet, Dex, all resist, attack speed. So that's pretty much my gear. It's pretty basic. Some of it's really expensive, like this weapon, you know, chest piece and stuff. I mean, all of it can add up. You'll find some of it. You'll be able to trade for some of it. But if you're looking to just start a monk and straight up buy out everything, it's going to cost you a ton. But that's what I've been looking towards. So as you can see, that's what I've been running, and that's what I plan on upgrading to. This is the skill build I'll probably use for a long, long time. I might want to try out Cyclone Strike at some point, because there's some pretty cool stuff. You can cancel enemies' attacks with this, so you can get it to 20 spirit, and it's just spammable. So if you got really good spirit regeneration with attack speed, and every time you see them attacking, you just have it on right click, and you just fucking, let's throw it on and show you. So you see an attack coming, and while you're, I can't generate spirit in town, but you get the idea. And you can set it up to fear them. It's pretty awesome. Dodge, you can set up more dodge on it. If you run that with, like, if you tap Mantra Evasion with a Cyclone Strike with Wall Wind, you can get like 60% chance. You know, you just got to try different stuff out. So hopefully this helps you guys again. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I try to get back to everybody, but you know, I get a lot. So good luck on Inferno, and hopefully I'll get some more solo stuff up for you versus group. I know a lot of people prefer to solo versus running with a Witch Doctor or something.